it's dark, but got the hood done. I got that brace done. And then I got this cowl done. Can't really tell much because it's dark and I'm using lights and shadows. So I'll wait till tomorrow to further anything. So I guess that means we'll see you tomorrow in the morning with sunlight. This one, this, and that, I'm going to have to wet sand and apply a final coat. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it's got speckles in it. Although, I mean, what do you expect when you're using rattle cans? But I'm going to try to let this dry. The flat finish didn't do this at all. But when I did the coat of the gloss, it started leaving those speckles. So I'm going to have to wait on that, and then once I get the gloss, I'll sand it, I'll put some more on it, put another coat on it, and then it might be something I have to clear coat. I wasn't originally going to clear coat it, but I might. But we'll see. So we'll see how everything looks in the morning, and then we'll go from there. Alright, it's actually a few days later. Yesterday was Memorial Day, Monday, and which would be the next morning. I painted Sunday, and there's a bunch of things on here I wasn't a big fan of. So I wet sanded the whole thing, and then I wiped everything down with acetone. And I'm not a painter at all. It's kind of why I'm doing this. Is one, I kind of want to learn more about it. Two, I need to do it cheaper because I gotta save some money somewhere. And I just don't know what I'm doing necessarily. I'm trying to learn along the way. So I wiped everything down with acetone, and then I painted right afterwards. And where acetone and paint and stuff reacted, could be wet from wet sanding, don't know. It spiderwebbed a little bit. So I just got done wet sanding and everything again, and I just hit it with another coat of paint. And this right here is a product I'm actually happy with. It is it's definitely warm out, but I got these done pretty much. I just hit it with the first coat of clear coat, which I do think leveled a lot of this out. I'm still not sure how much the clear coat I think really changed, but I'll have to see when it dries. I did get this over here completely sanded and hit with the first coat of primer. So pretty much everything's painted right now. I'm going to start working on this. Just going to rough sand this a little bit, wipe it down with acetone. Not doing this side, of course, but I'm going to do this side, and then I'll go ahead and paint this black. And then probably by the time I have this sanded and wiped down with acetone, I'll be ready to paint that. Well, got cut short as you can hear. Like I said earlier, it wasn't supposed to rain, but it's sure is raining. But got this done and the hood done. The grill is done. Back there. That rear bumper is done. And this is done. And then I got about half of the sanding done. Got over here, and then I was starting to come around this corner to do this fender when it started to rain, as you can hear. So I'm kind of screwed for today. I'm going to shut everything off, try to keep moisture and humidity out of here so it doesn't screw with this paint that's still curing. And I guess I'll see you either tomorrow if I'm not doing a side job, or whenever I get back out here. So I'll see you then. Well, it's quite a few days later at this point. War in the Woods, if you know what that is it's a no prep race in Brown County, Indiana. It's not too far. It's like 10 minutes away from my house, so I go there every year. Now it's really close. But I just got the hood assembled, so the hood's done. Cowl. Now, this is not S&S injector fueled at all. Those are actually some things that my dad got for his truck. But with the white in the chrome Allen heads. I thought that looked nice, so I went ahead and stuck them on there. So no, it does not have S&S injectors, but the hood I do like. I mean, of course, you can definitely tell it's a rattle can job. No matter how much wet sanding stuff I do, I can't get it good. The nozzles just don't spray fine enough, smooth enough, paint's not good enough, whatever. But for $200 at 20 feet, looks pretty good. And completely spaced. I did have the time lapse going, but yeah, I got the doghouse started painting. This is the second coat. The bumper and stuff I'm not painting real heavily because the bumper is going to be black. I just put some primer paint. But the doghouse is coming along now too. Alright, well, we are officially all taped up and ready. If this was sanded to be painted. You might say, hey, you missed this. Well, no, these are doors I got off of somebody a long time ago. I don't have the keys for them or anything, so I don't care. Those are basically junk to me. I'm going to take them out of my car over here, put those key fobs in, then that way I can use the keys from that car, block and unlock this car, since it's going to be street driven. But everything is taped up. I got all this taped up. I'm going to sand all this, and then since I'm not going to paint it tonight, I'm actually going to put Bondo over all these holes. I guess at some point somebody had like a drag wing on the back of this thing. So that's what those are from. I don't just want the holes in the back of it. So I'm going to put Bondo in them. I don't trust my welder to do a good enough job. So I'm going to use Bondo, although I'm not excited about it. They've widened these wheel wells. So there's already Bondo in the car, so I mean, who cares? There's already a ton of Bondo right here, so might as well just add some myself. That taillights and everything's taped off, windows are taped off, door handles are taped off, windshield's taped off, so now I'm going to start the sanding process. Alright, well, it's the next day, next morning. This is the car. It's got one coat of primer and one coat of paint. So, I mean, you can tell it's still early. See darker spots, see some of the old paint poking through, but we're getting there. So, getting ready to put a second coat of paint. Just got it rolled out here and got everything wrapped up in plastic. So, gonna put another coat of paint on there and see how it goes. Overall, not bad. This bumper here isn't installed yet. It's just laid on there just to get a look at it. But overall, it's not bad. This side is definitely crinkled up and not as pretty as I would have liked. But for the most part, weather stripping, I mean, overspray wise, I don't hardly see any, which would be the first time I've ever really done any painting and didn't screw up the taping. Like there is one right here where oversprayed there, but mirrors will probably cover that up, so I'm not too upset. Only spots I'm not 100% pleased with and wish I would have saw before I clear coated was this corner pocket here. Has some bubbling, which I don't know what does that, but I've had it happen a couple times. And then over here by the door handle, we have some bubbling and wrinkling as well. But I'm gonna get the doghouse and the hood set up here. Nothing is bolted together. I just want to set everything on there and see how it looks, and then I'll get all the Zeus fastener stuff hooked up back to it, and I'll be able to bolt everything back together on it. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I mean, there's parts of it that I'm definitely not happy with, but if I gave somebody $200 to paint a car for me, and that is what I got back, I wouldn't be upset. So, we'll take it. Well, I've got everything just set on here for now. No bolts, and it's all you can just take off with one hand. It's just setting on here. But I got it in the background and it's done, and I am pleased with the look. I think it looks pretty mean. I think it, from the front, definitely does look like my Chevette. The rear doesn't look as much like mine as I would have liked, but I still like those taillights and everything better. But yeah, take a look at it. I'm pretty proud. Got 3 white Chevettes. That was something probably 10-year-old me would have dreamt of. Especially a clean one with AC, a drag car, and then my first one. Pretty sweet.